fabric of my being. I'm a second-hand child, raised on the hope that's song inside of me. Such a lovely dream, such a lovely dream, such a lonely dream, such a lovely dream. I rest my head, I close my eyes and find myself somewhere among the sins of space and time. This serenade a sprawling tapestry, intertwined, cascading, tracing the folds that mold society. And no one has grown older, no one's died or left their prime. It's quite a feast. There's no past, no present. Inside a world remote and timeless. Such a lovely dream, such a lovely dream, such a lonely dream, such a lovely dream. I rest my head, I close my eyes and find myself somewhere beyond these charlatans that claim to be disciples, praising lesser teachings, the mass-produced and sold by false messiahs. All those government-sponsored saviors change our art into disposable. Such a lovely dream, such a lovely dream, such a lovely dream. I rest my head, I close my eyes and find myself somewhere among these.
Hey guys, how goes it? Hope it goes well. You guys should check that out though. You can go to rocketstar.com, STHR. I know it looks like a typo, but it's not. But anyways, that guy put together and animated, took him 8 years to animate his own rock opera. He made all the music, he did everything, man. So definitely go check it out if you like supporting independent artists. I got my copy. It's somewhere around here. Where's my copy? Yeah, right here. Forgot I had a sticker. Get this cleaned up real quick. I'm sick. In case you guys didn't know about the cough. I'm like, yeah, I got my movie right there. Why do we look at our boogers after we blow our nose? I don't know. I don't know what I'm expecting to see. I just look. Maybe I'm looking to see if there's blood in there. Just gonna play this for a little bit. I haven't used this one, so we'll try this for a little while. Fucking guts hurt too. Pretty sure that's because I'm out of my blood thinner. Alright, I already don't like this game because it won't shoot bases. points to stay alive when my weapon sucks. That's just dumb. That weapon does suck. I don't like it. We'll try this one. Oh crap, gun. Pancreas hurts again. They say I got that stuff called DVT, deep vein thrombosis, because I guess there's too much metal in my blood. Probably because my government's been allowing companies to poison me for my entire lifetime. Kinda makes me mad. But, you know, can't change any of it. I just hope, like, with all this change going on, that maybe, that, like, this next generation has a better shot at having a healthy, fulfilling life than folks like me ever did. I just hope the next one in line doesn't have the same fucking problems, you know? I don't want my problems to end. I want all the problems to end for everybody, you know? Everybody deserves to be happy. Even the assholes. At the very least, we shouldn't be subject to medical experiments from fucking bureaucrats and faggots in lab coats. If you're gonna have a company that makes vaccines and stuff like that, you at least have to maintain some kind of quota on actually curing shit, you know? Like, as it stands right now, no company is motivated to cure anything, because if you cure anything, that's a one-time deal. It's over. They don't get your money anymore. But if they just treat it, they get your money forever. I'm not saying anybody's necessarily hiding the cure to cancer, but I'm more than certain there's more than a few things that are currently going around that probably don't need treatments because there are probably cures for them. But if we're going to have companies like Pfizer and all these other fuck nuggets, the least we could do is they have to have some kind of quota to show people that they're actually interested in cures and not just treatments. You need to show that you actually want to make people healthier. You're not there for fucking financial gain. You're there for people first, and that's the way it should be. There should have never been money involved in the health system. Everybody deserves to be healthy. I'm not talking about like universal health care necessarily, but kind of in a way. I think everybody should the same care. A lot of us have got problems, man. A lot of us have got problems that we're afraid to tell our doctor about because I know it'll financially ruin us, or there's a chance that it will. It's really fucked up. And what's even more fucked up is, granted, what that one guy did was wrong, but you can't use the justice system to measure morality either, because technically what these health companies have been doing is legit on paper, but morally and ethically it's completely wrong, and I don't know why a lot of these companies are allowed to do the things that they do. But in regards to that, I mean, it's just what happens. If you have companies that take advantage and abuse people for so long, eventually something bad's gonna happen. And that's not like a threat, that's just reality. You can only push people so far. And especially when it comes to the health industry, a lot of people are kind of put into a fight or flight kind of mode where it's more of an act of self-preservation than anything to try to stop all of these fucking guys from ruining your life any further. I don't think health insurance should exist, period. I think it should exist in the way that it used to exist. Health insurance used to be like, you broke your leg, you're out of work for a while. It wasn't something necessarily that you needed just to go to a doctor for a regular checkup or anything like that. It was essentially just the way car insurance is. It was like an oh shit kind of thing. You don't need car insurance to get your oil changed. I mean, they're not going to charge you more if your car isn't insured. They probably don't even ask you. I've never had a mechanic ask me if my car was insured when he needed to do some diagnostics and shit. And I feel like that's the way the medical system should be too. Medical insurance should go back to being an emergency fund for when shit hits the fan, like when your car gets totaled or whatever, you know, like you break a fucking leg, you can't work for a while. You come down with a really crazy fucking illness, and you've got that insurance there, so it's not going to financially ruin you, but they've gotten it to the point where you need it for everything, and that's absurd, in my opinion. I don't think you should need health insurance to go see a doctor. Why can't the doctor just bill you directly? Why do we need all this extra fucking horse shit with people making their money, which just ends up making it cost more for us? Because now, instead of the business transaction just being between me and the fucking clinic that I go to, you know, it ends up involving like 30 different fucking people working for a third party system that honestly shouldn't even be involved in normal shit. Like, if you gotta go see the doctor because you got a fever and shit, you should be able to. You shouldn't even have to have insurance to cover such a bullshit thing to go in for, but you do. And since we're cutting all this funding and shit, hell, let's put some of that money back into health as well. Like, you didn't always get billed for an ambulance ride. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but that in itself is relatively new. And, you know, with all this money we're saving and everything, what we should do is pay for everybody's power and water. I mean, those are basic human rights, in my opinion. And if the government's going to spend our money on something, it should be something that benefits everybody as a whole. And what would benefit everybody as a whole, more or less, than, oh, hey, now everybody, you know, there's no more power companies. There's no more water companies. Now we just... Now it's just something that people get. It kind of used to be that way, but, you know. If we're giving the government all this money, the least they could do is maintain our lives and make our lives better. Is all I'm saying. Instead of trying to build roads in other countries and all this other fucking nonsense. You should be improving the lives of the people who are actually putting the money out there. That's why I always tell people, tax evasion is probably the most patriotic thing you could ever do. And that's not a left or a right issue. That's what our country was founded on. Our country was founded by excessive taxes. No taxation without representation. Does that ring any bells to anybody? And do you at any point look up at Congress or the House of Representatives or the Senate? Do you look at any of those people and can you point one out and say, that person represents me and my interests? No. You can't. I mean, unless you're somebody like fucking Jeff Bezos or you own a fucking big ass company and you have the money to pay for lobbyists and to essentially bribe these politicians, then you could. But until then, no, nothing. There's not a single person up there. Maybe there is now. But I don't know. But I'm talking last year. There wasn't a single person up there representing a single American individual. Because if there was, we wouldn't have this shenanigans about the East Palestine fucking chemical spill. We wouldn't have let all those people get fucked over. Those are Americans. We wouldn't have let fucking Maui burn to the ground. You know, there's a fucking naval base. They could see Maui burning, but they said that nobody gave them any orders, so they didn't do anything. Like, Do you need orders if you're a fucking member of the military and you see a United States city on fire? Do you not like scratch your head and think, hey, maybe I should go do something about that? That is a threat. I mean, just because it's not wearing a fucking turban and going Allah Akbar doesn't mean it's not a threat to the American people. It's a fucking fire. Why didn't they go and help? That's their job. They were told to stand down. That's weird. Don't you think? If anybody should be coming to save the day, you would think it'd be the fucking Navy. Especially those ships. They could probably have a bunch of water guns and shit like that. Be fucking nuts. But that didn't happen. Nothing cool like that happens. It's not like movies. It's real life. People get ignored. People die. Luckily, at least the hurricane victims up in the Carolinas are finally being looked after. But, I mean, fuck, man. I'm not really going to talk too much about California. That's that's a fuck around and find out kind of one there. I mean, I do feel bad for the people there, but at the same time, it's like, how do you keep... Why y'all keep voting for these people? Like, why are y'all... And there's always wildfires out there. It's just like there's always hurricanes down in the south and shit gets fucked up, but for the most part, we all band together. You really don't see a lot of it, but the south gets torn up by hurricanes at least every other year. But you don't see about it a lot on the news. The only reason you saw a lot on the news for Katrina was just because the only time you see anything on the news is when nobody's doing anything. But for the most part, down south, when we get hit by tropical storms and hurricanes, most of the communities band together. A bunch of rednecks end up getting chainsaws and running around neighborhoods helping cut down trees that have fallen on houses or fences or what have you. We also get the Quakers, who are like the Amish, and they're like running around everywhere, like helping everybody. There's a lot of churches that get their stronger younger men together to go around and do the same thing as the Quakers, except they have buttons and smartphones. Quakers are awesome, by the way. Nobody gives those guys enough credit, but that's like the unnamed FEMA of the United States. Anytime there's a disaster that happens in the United States, guarantee you're gonna see a group of fucking Quakers out there trying to help fix some shit. It's just the way they are, though. And that's more of the shit that we need. We need, more people, less government. We need to learn that we can take care of ourselves. We can band together. And I'm not talking about some communist bullshit either. I'm just talking about helping your neighbor. I'm just talking about, there's this old couple in the neighborhood and their grass is really fucking high. What I'm talking about is maybe going and mowing their lawn and just doing something kind for the people around you. And put more effort into taking care of the folks in your communities, because that's what makes you who you are too. There is the individual, but it also has a lot to do with the people that are around us and the things that we do to improve their lives, and sometimes that comes back around on you too. Anyways, the point is like all that good shit happens, and it's not the government. If anything, government tends to stand in the way of that. I was watching some videos not too long ago where I guess the fucking city council told this one church group that they couldn't feed the homeless anymore, and they arrested them for it. Like, really? And then they like pour bleach all over the food because they're like, we can't risk the homeless like eating this stuff. So they like soak the food in bleach and then like leave it out. So the hobos end up eating the perfectly good food that was soaked in bleach now. Um, yeah, it's a really weird situation, but it's like you don't have government permission to give people food. Well, I'm sorry, the government's been giving people poison for a long time. Why are you suddenly so worried that a pastor's gonna like give bad chili to people who probably eat out of a dumpster? That makes no fucking sense, man. But that's government. It never makes sense. That's why we gotta keep it as small as possible. Government is nothing but a bunch of empty virtue and half baked ideas. Also, don't forget our government killed Martin Luther King Jr. and framed the guy for it. That's terrible. I don't need money that bad. I want to start auditing all these charity organizations too, to be entirely honest. I'm pretty sure St. Jude's has passed, but I think that's the only charity that I know of that would probably pass. I don't like charities in that vein. It's just a big money laundering scheme. Very little of that money even goes to what it's supposed to be raising money for. It's counterproductive. I do donate to St. Jude's though. I get emails about the kids there. Like they'll send you an email and give you like this kid's story and stuff like that. And that's kind of nice. I really like charity because, like good charities, I really like them because it's not mandatory. I don't have to do that. I can just do that and choose to be nice. I love choice. Choice is always cool. What I don't like is when I'm at the grocery store, they ask me if I want to donate. I'm like, well, you know, maybe this big rich conglomerate can donate instead. Y'all can't sit here and make millions of dollars every year and then ask me if I want to donate $5. No. I don't like that at all. That's a fucking scam because those companies do that for the tax write-off. They get lots of tax breaks for doing stuff like that. It's like when I was working at Big Lots, they would actually get mad at us if we didn't get enough donations and stuff. They would act like it was our fault that people didn't want to give to charity. Which I think is kind of illegal, but I don't know. It should be. But they did really skeevy shit too. Like, They would get mad at us if we didn't meet some quota of like reward signups. But the thing is your store's not moving. So once your store's been there for, say, like ours, that's been there for like 15, 20 years, almost everybody who shops there who is going to sign up was already signed up and everything. But it's just so stupid because you can tell that, like, there was no benefit to it besides getting people's information, people's data. And it was blatantly obvious that they were making money on the side selling people's data, because there's no other reason why they would be so insistent that our employees got this many new reward signups or whatever. They would say it's to help track sales and everything, but I mean, you can already see all of that. You don't have to link any of that to a customer to know what items are popular and which ones aren't. I could look that up on the register in less than 5 minutes without asking for anybody's phone number. So not only was it just skeevy, they just lied to your face about it too. Because I even asked like some of the higher ups about it. I'm like, are we just selling people's data? And they're like, no, no, no. It's important because it helps us, keep the customers happy. I'm like, well, they're not happy when I have to pester them about stupid rewards cards. Anyways, none of the excuses they gave me ever made any sense. Most weapons suck. Usually I melt that guy. Let's see. I want to get these last two here. So I need 180. So I probably need like 380. And I'm gonna get these two, and then I'm gonna try to get this one. Focus on these three. And then maybe this one. And wrap up this one here. And then finally do the peddler one. Let me message my wife though. I'm out of coffee. Sorry. Anyways, I gotta take a pee break real quick. But I just want to message my wife. While the piss is fresh on my hands. It really bothers me when people are like, you don't wash your hands after you piss. I mean, like my dad taught me how to not piss on my fingers. So I think I'm good. I mean, that's like asking firefighters why they don't wear wetsuits. Like, I don't know. Pretty sure they know how not to get wet, just like I know how not to get my hands covered in pee-pee. I'm just making some coffee. I hope y'all can hear me. If anybody's even there. Usually it's just Dave. Dave's awesome. I love Dave. It's Monday. Hopefully I get something good this time. God fucking damn it, Dave. What the fuck's your deal? You Try to make Piggy squeal. That's what this was. And this is supposed to be Georgia pie. It smells more like pine trees and cat piss. Some of these cheap dabs just taste terrible, bro. But, you know, I'm not a rich man, so. A lot of these I just buy them blind. I like variety. So I always try to get something that I haven't had yet. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it tastes like cat piss and I just gotta deal with it. Let's clean this up. Sorry. I just want to keep it clean. Gloves. Oh, try this one. What two shot versus single shot is. Oh snap. I did not want to try that one. Yeah, I don't like that. Thought it was cool. was this? I'll try that out. What do you got? Let's see. Oh, that's okay. Not too bad. fucking horseshit. He shot me through a wall. He literally did. Y'all saw that, right? Fucking horseshit. Hey. Let's see. I'm 8 short. Anyways, I'm gonna hop off of here. Laters.